Good morning. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Good morning. How is everyone? I'd like to welcome you to SpectraSpray's second Facebook Live. It is our second part of immune health. We're also adding in some information about energy because it's really, really important to pay attention to our energy levels during the day, our sleep at night, and especially our stress levels. We talked a lot last week about stress spray, the sleep spray, a lot about vitamin D, and also our immune spray. So if you'd like to have more information about that, please go back to part 1 of immune and you'll be able to see some of the details on that. It will always be posted there. If you need a link, just let me know. So today we're going to talk about immune and energy, a little bit about our kits, but I wanted to start with some of the other aspects of life that really, really help us with our immune system. You know, as we talked about last time, it's really not just about, of course, the supplements that you take. It's about the food you eat, the stress levels, the exercise, clearing out your system every day. It's really, really important to focus on a holistic lifestyle. I also love using essential oils, people that like to diffuse and relax with those scents. That's really helpful as well. Just wanted to mention that. So today's focus will be some of the kits as far as our products. I know people have a lot of questions on some of these kits, why we paired them together. We originally had packaged them for travel, but they're really great for at home, and really every type of lifestyle can use them. Touch upon diet, we're going to start with that. And I'd like to refer you to our blog. After this live, I'm going to give you a link to our blog and our website. You're welcome to just go there. Our initial blog was 4 essential immune health tips. So I'll link you to that. We also recently created, by recommendation of our rheumatologist, Dr. Luco, a rheumatism support kit. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today too, with some D3, K2, immune, and also sleep. And our iron power kit. I don't have that packaged yet, but it is sold on the website with the iron power and the B12. So let's get started. Thanks, Erica, for tuning in. If anybody has questions, please put them in the comments, and I'll get to them after the first few minutes of going through some of this information. And of course, you can always email me at support@SpectraSpray, or post something on the site if there's something that you'd like to share. So at this point, I'd like to just give a few tips for diet. I used to teach anti-inflammatory eating, and what I found was I don't really like to think about just weight loss. Of course, we all want to lose weight. But I found that a lot of the clients that I worked with, their blood pressure, they would reduce their blood pressure medications. They might reduce their cholesterol medications. They slept better. A lot of pain went away just from eating better. So we eat 3 or 4 times a day. We have snacks. We go out. It's a part of our life that really needs to be focused on first before we do anything else. Of course, when you go to the doctor, they're going to ask you, how are you eating? And are you willing to change your eating? Some people are not. So they may give you a medication just to make sure that, you keep your blood pressure under control and your cholesterol and all that. But if we can look at our diet as kind of feeding a Ferrari engine, I like to say, treat yourself like a fine-tuned Ferrari. Not that you have to eat caviar, but just that you don't eat things that are toxic, that are giving you inflammation. And many people these days are reading a lot of great stuff on the internet. Facebook Lives like this. There's a lot of great nutritionists, especially that were home, giving out information. So, just get as much information as you can. But I'm just going to give you some basic tips today. Cutting back on sugar and white flour has been long known to reduce inflammation. I know that's hard to do, but if you find some of the gluten-free replacements, we found some great breads, some pastas, Trying to stay away from corn is really important because that's a big allergen for a lot of people. A lot of people don't realize that because they don't really do the in-depth gut testing. But reducing that is probably my first tip because it's hard, but once you've started to do it and you just reward yourself once in a while with some sugar, that's fine. You'll feel a difference, especially if you're taking any type of pain medications. And this is the type of diet that doctors would hope that you would adhere to, but if you need help, I have great referrals with nutritionists and dietitians that I can refer you to if you want a type of a meal plan. The second tip, I think most people know this, is to drink enough water. Our bodies are a very high percent of water, and water helps not only flush you out, but also helps your cells work really well to bring the nutrients in. So water, reducing sugar, eating vegetables that are seasonal. I'm a very strong believer in seasonal. In the winter, you're cold and you want to eat warm foods. It's a nice time for those vegetable soups and some casseroles. You can have starch in there, but you want to limit it to about a half a cup of starch at each meal, a good complex fiber. So those are a couple tips for you. There's a couple of articles on our site and also some of our partner community health professionals that we share. So we always try to focus a little bit on what your intake is. The next thing is a little bit about exercise. I know it's been tough with people home and gyms closing. I recently got back to a new gym that I'm very happy with, using a personal trainer for a little while. But being at home and not really being active, you're really keeping the toxins in your body. You have to sweat. You can even use a sauna to sweat. It's really, really important to sweat. When you do that, you really flush out your system. And I'd like to just say that your lymphatic system, which is responsible for your immune health, has no pump. So there's nothing pushing all those toxins out of your body if you don't sweat and you don't move. Of course, you want to find something that you like to do. If you like to bike, you prefer to run, or if you want to do weights to build up muscle to burn more calories, those are all helpful. So let's get into a little bit of our products. I think most of you are familiar. If not, I just want to review real quickly. The Immune Spray has vitamin D, lysine, zinc. You spray them in your mouth, a couple on each side. It absorbs right into your bloodstream through the small cells, the buccal cells in your mouth. And we pair this with about 8 different kits. We have a giveaway right now that the Immune Spray is part of. You can pick any kit you want if you do win the giveaway. We're going to give a couple of the kits away, so please enter the giveaway. There's the Immune Spray. The vitamin D we talked about in detail last week, 5,000 IUs, dose adjustable. And then we have a D3 with K2, and the K2 helps the D get into the system. Again, you can go back to part 1 to learn more about that. So today we wanted to talk a little bit about energy as well. My favorite kit, and 2 of our best sellers besides Sleep Spray, is the Stay Well kit, because we have the Immune Spray, but we also have the B12 spray. And the B12 spray for a couple of years has been a bestseller. B12 helps your body convert food, we talked about our food, to energy. You need all of the B vitamins. A lot of the other B vitamins you can get in food. You can get B12 in food too, but if you're a vegetarian or vegan, most likely you're not getting it. And I learned a very interesting fact about B12 in vegetarians. You won't know it for a couple years if you're deficient. So it's really important to keep giving your body some B12. There are some natural ways to do that. I believe like a nutritional yeast product would do that for you if you buy those flakes that you sprinkle on your food. But our B12 is so easy. Tastes good, it's minty. You just spray it in your mouth a couple times a day and you'll have enough B12 going into your system. So pairing that with the Immune Spray, we can keep our energy up and we can keep our immune system strong. We are less apt to look for the crappy food. So if you feel good and you have energy, you're not really looking for that muffin or that sugar. You're eating well, you feel satisfied, you don't have outrageous hunger because your hormones and your cortisol levels aren't getting affected as much. If you would like to talk about this on a higher level, please let me know. I don't want to go into too much detail. So our next kit I wanted to mention was the Stress Less. We talked a little bit last week. I just want to review sleep spray and stress spray. And we have a new kit coming, which is going to be exclusive to the Pickup line, which is a mom's newsletter that I really love. They are pairing this with a hand sanitizer to help mom protect herself and her family. So you'll see that pretty soon. The sleep spray, again, we talked about last week, melatonin, amino acids. So let's talk a little bit about energy. We have a workout kit that we combine the B12 energy with the CoQ10. And I know a lot of you have heard CoQ10, ubiquinol, which is the more active form of CoQ10, are energy producers. And you might have even heard, because there's a famous doctor on TV now talking about ubiquinol, that if you're taking a statin, you really should be taking a CoQ10. What happens with the statins is it kind of limits how much CoQ10 your body produces. That's why some people get muscle fatigue or pains in their muscles. Of course, speak to your doctor if you're on any medications. I'm not telling you what to take. I'm just making suggestions. We like to pair this with the B12, and we've had a really great response because people need a little bit of energy before. They also need to recuperate after exercise, and this is called our workout kit. The B12 and the CoQ10 you can take before. You can even take it during if you want, if you're feeling fatigued, and you could take it after. CoQ10 is an enzyme, coenzyme Q10, and it's really helpful for the whole energy process, the ATP process in your system. And anything that I'm talking about, if you want to Google ATP process, you can learn more. I know there's a ton of information. It can get overwhelming, but I'm always very, very happy to answer questions. So one other product that I wanted to mention for energy, once you're eating properly, sleeping well, we like to start with sleep. That's probably why our sleep is our bestseller, and exercising. Need a little bit of a lift in the afternoon. I actually took this morning because I didn't want to go right to coffee. This is our new cafe energy spray. And this is so unique. Liquid caffeine. A couple of spritzes. You have only 5 milligrams of caffeine, but it's going into your bloodstream, so it's able to work pretty quickly. And we also have adaptogens in here. And these adaptogens, like astragalus and a lot of other great proven adaptogens, help you adapt to stress. Now, do we have less energy when we have a lot of stress? I don't think anybody would say no. So we created this knowing that people are drinking a lot of caffeine, a lot of high levels of caffeine that are not healthy in some of those energy drinks, without naming names. And this can help you either in the morning, before a workout, pick up before you go to a cupcake or something in the afternoon. So I call it Zen energy. I like the feeling. I do drink coffee. I like coffee. It kind of gets you started. And sometimes you'll have a nice coffee in the afternoon. But this is just a nice Zen energy where you can think straight again, helps you with your focus. So energy is really important for our immune system. That's why I wanted to mention a little bit about energy. I'd like to know if you want to hear about other topics. Maybe you could put in the comments, even if you're listening to this video after. A couple weeks ago, we had a couple hundred people that watched the video after. Go ahead and put in the comments what you'd like to hear about. We can talk more about energy. We can bring in some other factors. Travel wellness is a huge one for us because all of our sprays are TSA compliant. We're going to be getting back on those planes and taking those great cruises and maybe taking RVs out. And we're still going to need to keep up our immune system and bring our vitamins with us. So I think most of you know that you take these without any water or food, and they're all natural. So it's real easy to take them with you. Even the kids at college, I know a lot of kids at the college now. My son is just doing virtual, even though he's living at college, wearing the mask, very concerned about immune health. So both of my 22-year-old twins are using the immune spray, the D spray, the B12, sometimes the Cafe Energy. And if you feel that you're getting sick, you can use this a couple times a day. So last thing is I want to tell you about a couple new collaborations. We've decided to bring the community into SpectraSpray. I mentioned before that the pickup line, really my favorite mom's newsletter, is going to collaborate with us. So you will see some fun stuff that we'll be sharing in our emails and even on social media. We'll be doing some cross promotion there. We're also going to be, we just signed a contract for a wonderful exclusive distributorship in Ukraine. So as things progress, I'll keep you guys posted about that. Shout out to Dr. Luco, who actually was able to meet with this big company in Ukraine and talk to them about our sprays and how much he loves them. So does anybody have any questions? Okay, so I'd like to thank everyone for supporting us. We are a women-owned business, mother and daughter. My daughter does all the graphic design and she does help me a lot with marketing. And now we have Michelle Leopard from 618 Marketing that's helping us. So it's all women-owned and women-run. And we do have some grants from New Jersey. But without your support and subscribing to our site and our vitamins, we wouldn't really be here. So we're happy to help. We want to give you an offer, and the offer today is first of all, we have a BOGO going on, buy one, get one. If you buy a single spray, you'll get a second one free, any individual spray. But if you would like to subscribe to a monthly subscription, which you can cancel at any time, you'll get auto ship and you can pick any kit and you'll get free shipping. I'd like to give you a Be Well kit. We didn't go over this, but it's the immune spray with the hand sanitizer, which smells great. It's got citronella and lavender, all essential oils, my favorites. Or you might prefer a Sleep Well kit or Stress Less or one of the immune kits like Immune Power or Immune Essentials. But with the subscribing, within the next week or so, I'd say by the end of the month, October 31st, if you do subscribe to any kit, you put in the code FREESHIP, and you'll get free shipping every month on that. You'll also save about 5 to 10%, and you'll get the free Be Well kit, which is about a $30 value. So if you're not already subscribed to our website, go to SpectraSpray.com, and if you just fill in your email address, you'll get a $10 coupon, and you'll also get a free article. Right now, our article is about pain, relieving pain naturally. So everybody have a good day. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments or reach out to me. Be well.